Welcome to the Kyber Lab, episode 41. In this episode, we're looking at a CLS, Commander Luke Skywalker, versus a Bastila Shan-led Jedi team with Jedi Master Luke in there, but no walk. That fight is a little bit different. Still doable with this team, but a little more complicated. Here in Kyber Lab, we're looking to maximize your banners, avoid RNG, or avoid mistakes, and remove RNG altogether. So, in this particular fight, the goal is actually 65 banners. You should be able to get max banners. Gear-wise, there's not a huge priority on gear. You should pay, if everybody there on the opponent's team is relic, yours should be all relic, 1 or 2 G12s. You can probably have 1 or 2 G12s, though it shouldn't be the Chewbacca's. Maybe C-3PO or something. The higher the better, you'll have more damage, that helps. Mods, not super important. It obviously helps to have some tenacity, but that's in general the Chewbacca and 3PO and Chewie mods should always be tenacity anyway. But besides that, the more damage, the faster it'll go. And if you have really slow characters, it's going to be a problem. How to play. So basically kill Bastila first, then kill Jolie, and then kill the rest of them. There's really very little RNG in this fight. The RNG is primarily with the enemy targeting. If they focus just on Chewbacca, going to be a little bit of an issue, or just on 3PO and Chewie, a little bit of an issue. But besides that, you shouldn't have much problem. So let's take a look at the fight and see how it goes. The loading zones are a bit long here for still plays. All right, so it starts out, and I think he goes for Bastila at the beginning. Basically, you want to take out Bastila because she has ability block. I mean, obviously JML does too, so does Old Ben, but hers is quite annoying. So here you see there's some element of RNG involved, where his guys are modded for tenacity, he only got one of the debuffs, they didn't get ability block. That's extremely helpful. You also don't want the stun from Bastila. So, ability blocks on everybody except C-3PO. So effectively, whatever RNG you had is gone now, everybody's starting out with the same, everybody's ability block. So this is sort of like the worst case scenario. And just keep going after Bastila. They're spreading their targets pretty well. Something else here, you notice that he stance swapped with Commander Luke. In general, it's better not to stance swap. You'll get far more TM, assuming you have all three of the Zetas. The advantage of stance swapping is you get to go over here, so do it if you need to do a kill, but besides that, it's almost always better to stay in the default stance for Commander Luke because of the amount of TM you generate, because your damage here is not that significant. Damage is mostly done via assist. So here also you notice that Jedi Master Luke went after your Chewbacca and dazed him, so you're not getting half of your assists. Again, sort of worst case scenario, I guess. So now we're going after Jolie. Back into the default stance, which is the best one for TM. Always try and stay in default stance with Luke when you have a chance. There is some, I guess, advantages in some people's minds about stance swapping to gain assist. So if you need it for a kill, I would do it. Otherwise, there goes Jolie. Otherwise, I would stay in defensive stance with the TM. A bunch more ability blocks, but it doesn't really make a difference. So now the important part is take out. You have 3 minutes left. This is not a timeout fight when there's no walk there. But you do definitely want to take out Hermit Yoda. So he had 2 turns ago, he had his Master's Training. I think 1 turn to go in Master's Training. In this case, you can almost hit auto, to be honest. Doing a lot of stance swapping, I'm not a huge fan. One benefit of the stance swapping is the TM removal with Luke's middle special, but I'm not so sure if it's worth it. Anyway, here, very important, go after Yoda. It will save you a lot of time. You eventually need to take him out, really. Otherwise, he can keep Master Luke going for a long time. Okay, so here, you're ahead, and you have all 5 alive. It's just a matter, I'm fast forwarding. You can see the timer going down on the top by 5 seconds at a time. But with all the time you have to work through him, you can, with all the assists, easily build back up your protection. He already put it in auto. This is an extremely easy fight, and really one of the best uses of the CLS team for an opponent who has Jedi Master Luke and likes to put him on defense. Commander Luke has a lot of great uses. So 65-point win against a GL with a non-GL. Commander Luke's a premium team, but this is a great way to use it and play very well. Hope you learned something. Cheers.